Hello beautiful souls, good morning. I already attempted this video today and it's one of those days where everything's loud all over the place. So we get to start fresh and anew, and we get to remember through our lesson today, which is lesson 264, that I am surrounded by the love of God. I am surrounded by the love of God. And even if things seem to go array and everything's busy and everything's all over the place, we are still surrounded by the love of God. And anytime we seem to forget that that is true, we can come back, slip into His presence of love, remember what we are, and then to walk forward calmly and naturally, and almost look at this as like a reset button. Reset! I can always choose again. I can always see this differently. So today I am surrounded by the love of God. I am not alone. And so in being surrounded by the love of God, why don't we all close our eyes and rest into this prayer today, and let ourselves move beyond the busy outer world and the busy thinking thoughts in our mind, and truly rest in the space of our heart where the love of God is. And from there, it shines and extends from us to surround us and to surround all the world. So let's embrace this beauty today as we come into a moment of rest, shall we? Father, you stand before me and behind, beside me, in the place I see myself, and everywhere I go. You are in all the things I look upon, the sounds I hear, and every hand that reaches for my own. In you, time disappears, and place becomes a meaningless belief. For what surrounds your Son and keeps him safe is love himself. There is no source but this. And nothing is that does not share its holiness, that stands beyond your one creation, or without the love which holds all things within itself. Father, your Son is like yourself. We come to you in your own name today, to be at peace within your everlasting love. I don't know about you, but in sharing these words, you can feel an opening of the heart, a resonance of truth, a reminder of what we are and the love that God is. And so through this, we are remembering that God, our Father, stands before me, behind me, beside me, in the place I see myself, and in everywhere I go. There is nowhere that I go that God is not. And therefore God is in all the things I look upon, the sounds I hear, and every hand that reaches out to my own. To the physical body, sounds and sights are disturbing. And yet to the Son of God, to the child of God, the sounds and the sights are glory. And remembering that God goes with us wherever we may go, and I'm surrounded by the love of God, we get to look upon all things with love and see their purpose there as according to how God sees it, instead of seeing things there according to what the body thinks it wants or doesn't want. And this line is the next one here. In you, time disappears, and place becomes a meaningless belief. In you, in God, time disappears. For when time disappears, we enter the eternal. And in this place where time disappears, place becomes a meaningless belief. Because now when time is gone, so is space gone, and we're arrested in the presence of this eternal moment, which is everywhere and in all things. So we literally are moving outside of time and outside of space and recognizing that it doesn't matter where we go in the world, God is always there. And now I'm thinking of the beautiful opportunity to go to Spain in a few weeks. It's the same thing. God sends us on missions to give His love. But first and foremost, we are learning to accept His love for ourselves and remembering that God's love surrounds us. And that when we accept God's love, now we are in a space that undoes time, that undoes places and things. And then the next sentence is my absolute favorite. For what surrounds your son and keeps him safe is love itself. To the ego, bodies keep you safe. To the ego, other bodies keep you safe. To the ego, locks on the door keep you safe. I'm going to assume that you put your hand up like this as like weaponry. Is that
gun?
Gun. Okay.
Guns
He puts up his hand like this. Guns keep us safe. Yes. This is my safety. This is my power. I can protect my body by getting rid of yours. All of these are false foundations of what keeps us safe. But we will believe in and we will believe that we are what we feel keeps us safe. So in remembering that it is God's love that keeps us safe, then we will remember that we are His eternal child that cannot ever be in pain or be harmed or be vulnerable or be anything that takes us away from our perfect strength and magnitude as God created us to be. Perfect. For what surrounds your son and keeps him safe is love itself. There is no source but this, and nothing is that does not share its holiness, that stands beyond your one creation, or without the love which holds all things within it. Love holds all things within it. It includes your safety, it includes your security, it includes your protection, it includes your abundance, it includes everything that you could possibly ever want or need here. But we first must put our faith in Him, in this love, to provide for all things in order to be experienced. So what we harbor in our mind right now about our brothers, we will find a test to that in the future time. So we can ask ourselves, what is it that I'm seeing as my safety? What is it that I'm seeing in my brothers? Am I seeing that my safety is in guns, armatry, locks on the doors? Or is my safety in the love of God? Am I seeing my brother as an enemy, or am I seeing my brother as a brother? Where perfect safety is joined. The final sentence of our prayer was, Father, your son is like yourself. Father, your son is like yourself. We come to you in your own name today to be at peace within your everlasting love. No longer is there separate last names for all of us, but we share one name, and that name is God. Our Father is one. Our source is one. And so today, we are to be at peace in His everlasting love. And our final conclusion here that I share from my heart to yours, my brothers, join with me in this glory today. I made up a word there. My brothers, join with me in this today. This is salvation's prayer. Must we not join in what will save the world along with us? Yes. So I'm feeling that this prayer is here for us to remind us that it is salvation's prayer. And us as holy brothers, as children of God, can join in this prayer today. And as we join in this prayer today, we save the world together, along with Jesus, along with each other. This is our function and our part here. So I say that we open our day with I'm surrounded by the love of God, hold the prayer in our heart, And then we'll go throughout our day reminding ourselves that we are surrounded by the love of God. See and give the love of God everywhere. And in the evening time before we go to sleep, remind ourselves of this again. Read the prayer again. Sit with the prayer again. And let the Holy Spirit show us the blessings and the miracles that have transpired in our mind and life. And continue to rest in the truth that God's love is true. Beautiful. So this was lesson 264. I am surrounded by the love of God. Yes, we are. I love you, beautiful souls. Enjoy.